From Davenport Stadium, just outside San Antonio, it's Friday night Texas high school football. Tonight, a key district game as the Davenport Wolves host the Badgers from Lampasas. Good evening and thank you for joining us. My name is Paul Alexander. My friend and partner is Tony Brubaker. And Tony, this is a week number 8 showdown in District 13 4A Division 1.
You are right, Paul. Lampasas comes in with a record of 5-2 overall, 2-0 in district play. They have league wins over Burnett and Taylor, and we know Davenport 6-1 overall, 1-1 in district play. But they came last week, their only loss at Canyon Lake, 38-35.
Okay, Davenport, of course, is a new player on the Metro San Antonio high school football scene. The Wolves are in their first season of UIL varsity play, but Tony, already they have made a mark.
They have indeed under their head coach, J.D. Zimmerhansel. Offensively, they average about 42 points a game and have great balance between the run and the pass. Their quarterback, Tristan Hamlin, is a on-target guy, and their running back, Chaston Golden, has already racked up over 1,400 yards.
The Lampasas Badgers have it going on under their head coach, Troy Rogers. Badgers senior quarterback David Flores runs the offensive show. He's thrown 20 touchdown passes and has rushed for 4 more. He has 2 outstanding receivers. We'll tell you all about that. But right now, it is time to play football. Davenport has won the toss. They say, to heck with this deferring stuff, we want the football.
And they get the wind in the first half or first quarter as well, and that's going to be a big deal here tonight.
Deep receiving for Davenport. Darren Brown and Emmett Gryman. And with this, we're playing the great game. Let's have some fun. Kickoff bobbled at the 5-yard line and now returned to the far side of the field. Return man trying to get the corner and does. That's Darren Brown, who is an outstanding, and Tony, as you know, very versatile athlete.
He is, and they hit him late. He had already stepped out of bounds about the 35, but they knocked him down there, and that's going to be 15 more yards onto that nice return.
Mental mistake on the pass on the part of the Lampasas Badgers, so it was already a good return, and as Tony indicated, they'll tack on 15 more for the hit. This officiating crew headed by Eric Smith.
They've already put the chains down, but I'm sure they're going to add 15 yards onto this one. And that's what they're going to do.
Looks like they're going to walk it off from there. So Davenport obviously will start with excellent field position at their own 47-yard line.
Wolves go first and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
We'll get our first look at the Wolf offense. Tristan Hamlin, the left-handed quarterback, completing 66% of his passes, 18 touchdown passes. On first down, running play, off right guard, and into the clear, and taking it to the house is Chaston Golden, one of the area's outstanding running backs. Get this on the year, he's already rushed for 1,500 yards. He's averaging more than 8 yards a carry, and that is, Tony, his 21st touchdown of the season.
I've got the drive for you. One play, 53 yards.
It does make it.
And that was simple. They had put too many guys in the box, and there was nobody in the secondary to get to him. It was simple running football.
That drive easy to chart, as Tony indicated. Here's Josh Gill on for the PAT, and he puts it through. And we have only played 23 seconds, and already Davenport has taken a 7-0 lead. We'll take a break, be back with the kickoff right here on the Davenport Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Wolves Network is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Audi North Park, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Maximum Altitude, Fisher's Market, Casa Roofing, Gilman Automotive Group, Maxed Alt Jeep and Overland Accessories, and Wig Productions.
Tony, that did not take long, as you indicated. Davenport got the opening kickoff. Good return. 15 yards tacked on for a late hit. And then a 53-yard touchdown run on the first play from scrimmage.
It's crazy how fast that can go.
So now we'll get a look at a Lampasas offense as they get a pretty decent return as well, as the ball is returned out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And we mentioned the fact that we got two outstanding quarterbacks in this game. You already saw a little bit of Tristan Hamlin at Davenport. The Lampasas quarterback is David Flores, and he's got gaudy numbers as well, completing 64% of his passes, 20 touchdown passes, only 8 interceptions, and he's run for 4 touchdowns as well. And the Badgers will start this drive from their 35-yard line.
Should be an interesting look to see whether they are going to run or throw or if they'll be able to stay balanced.
On first down from the 35. Running play, far side. That's one of their very versatile players as well. That's Aiden Rasco on the carry. He plays running back, but Tony, he's also very effective as a tight end and an H-back.
He is, and that was a missed tackle right at the back of the, just inside the line of scrimmage. The Wolves cannot afford to miss tackles tonight.
Gain of about 3, not too close to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 7. Running play again, and that's Rasco once again, and that's a pretty good surge by the interior of the Lampasas offensive line. The center, Colt Walling, the left guard, Shea Robinson, and the right guard, A.J. Luna. Close, but not quite first down yardage. It'll be 3rd and 1. Badgers quickly to the ball. Play action. That's complete to one of the outstanding receivers in the area. That's Ethan Moreno, and that's his 55th reception of the season. And this one nets a Lampasas first down into Davenport territory at the 43-yard line.
Easily their best athlete on offense, the most dangerous weapon they have. You mentioned he catches a lot of passes. He also runs the ball and has a good job doing that.
Gets the first at the Wolves' 43. On first down, that is Rasco once again. Makes one man miss, but then pretty good convergence by the right side of the Wolves' defensive front. Gain of 4 at 2nd and 6. And we've just moved under the 10-minute mark here in quarter number 1 at Davenport Stadium.
Got a lot of secondary people making tackles, and that's not good for the defense.
Lampasas going with kind of a jumbo lineup here. They got a tight end in the game. From the pistol, the throw goes to the far side. It's complete, but the receiver is quickly brought to the ground. That's Owen Stubbs on the reception. And
Silverall on the tackle. Short gain, 3rd down.
Jaden Silverall.
Yeah, Silverall had one-on-one coverage there, and he made the play.
3rd down, Wolves.
3rd and almost 4. 3-man defensive front for the Wolves. Pass is complete, and once again, that's that man Moreno, and look at his athleticism, speed and strength as that carries down close to the 7-yard line. And a good throw by the quarterback, David Flores.
Moreno went up high to pull it down, and then he just made a lot of Wolves miss tackles as he avoided being tackled for almost 15, 20 yards.
So it'll be a 1st and goal officially from the 8-yard line. Lampasas got in an early 7-0 hole, but they're trying to dig their way out of it, and this has been a most impressive drive. Tight end to the left side. 2 backs in the backfield alongside the quarterback Flores. Here's the snap. This time they bring the receiver, Ethan Moreno, into the backfield, and they give it to him on the inside zone play. They use him in every possible way, Tony.
He is a dangerous runner. He has a couple of touchdowns on every which way. He returns kicks, he catches passes, and he rushes the ball from time to time. I expect to see him wide out again this time, and he is in the slot on the left side.
Got about a yard on that, so it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Flores brings Moreno in motion. Now he reverses his field and resets. Running play coming wide to the near side. That's Rasco on the carry, and once again, you see that defensive front for the Wolves really chase the football.
Cole Bourne came up from his safety as everybody's up tight, and he made the biggest hit on that play. So 3rd and goal from the 5. They haven't got much so far.
This is a Lampasas offense that's averaging 36 points per game. Rasco is the back, alongside the quarterback, David Flores. 2 receivers to the near side. Flores rolls right, throws, and it's behind his intended receiver. It looked like it was there, but it was deflected, and then Tony almost intercepted, and that might have been a 100-yard pick six.
Your description was right. It was behind the receiver. He made a quick outcut, and the ball was on his inside shoulder, maybe leaving a little bit more, and the defensive back that time almost had a chance at a pick.
All right, so we're going to have a field goal attempt. The ball will be put down at the 12, making this a 22-yard attempt.
This will be a 22-yard field goal.
This is Landon Richardson kicking for Lampasas. The holder is Reed Jerome. The kick is on its way, and it looks like he pushed it right. So after a very impressive drive, the Badgers get no points, and that's got to be disheartening for them because they really had that going on.
And they did a lot of different situations, a lot of different formations for running the ball effectively. They hit Marino a couple of times, and we found out that he is the playmaker we expected him to be. But that time they were unable to cash in on 3 chances inside the 10-yard line.
All right, so if you were with us from the start of the game, Davenport has run 1 offensive snap, and they got 7 points on the board because they had a 53-yard touchdown run by Shaston Golden. Second possession, this time from the 20-yard line following the missed field goal. Running play on 1st down, and it nets a yard, if that.
Hold on the carry, in the hole by 18. Short gain, 2nd down.
So the easy 1-yard run because they have, again, they've got 7 guys in the box right now, and I think that's the way they want to play.
Wolves have a tight end of the game deployed to the right side. Here's a jet sweep flip. Now keep in mind that is a forward pass and a completed pass because it was thrown forward, and the beauty of that is you get the effectiveness of the jet sweep, but if for any reason you put the ball on the ground, it's just an incomplete pass.
Miller did a good job to get to, up to the 24.
3rd and 6. Tight end and flanker to the near side. 4-man defensive front for the Badgers. Hamlin throws to the near side and cannot make the connection with his intended receiver, Shaston Golden. So on their first possession, they get 1 play and a long touchdown. This time they go 3 and out. And Davenport is going to have to punt the football.
It's funny, they ran so well with Golden on the first play. They tried it once and didn't go back to it, and I thought maybe even on 3rd and 6 they would, but they tried to get him a pass out on the flat. It just didn't go.
Josh Gill is the punter standing at his 10-yard line. And that's Ethan Moreno, the deep return man, comes forward on the ball, takes it on the run, and returns the ball into the Wolves' territory and is still on his feet. What a combination of lower body power and just raw speed. And you see why he is one of the really highly regarded athletes in Central and South Texas. That's a great return all the way down to the Davenport 34-yard line.
And I don't want to take anything away from him, and that's not my point here. But if you tackle him at the shoulders, you're not going to get him down, and that's what the Wolves have done a couple of times tonight. You've got to hit him at the legs. There's a penalty flag.
We'll get the call from the referee, Eric Smith.
Penalty against Lampasas. Illegal block in the back, 15-yard.
Well, look what happened. That wipes out that fine return.
Yes, it does.
And it's going to move the ball all the way back to the Davenport 49-yard line.
Please join me in welcoming the Little Diamonds to our stadium.
That's what block in the back will do for you halfway through the first quarter.
Still, Lampasas gets the ball in Wolves territory, 1st and 10, with the Badgers trailing 7-0 midway through the first quarter.
The Little Diamonds.
Flores, the quarterback. Jet sweep coming near side. That's Moreno again. Fights through a tackle, going to gain about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 from that point. And you can see why they are so heavily dependent on him. His numbers are so gaudy. Tony, we've already seen him catch a pass tonight. He's got 55 catches on the year for about 730 yards, and he's caught 4 touchdown passes. But again, he's really kind of the linchpin to their offense because he is so versatile.
And again, we've got safeties making tackles, and that doesn't work well.
From the 43, 2nd and 4, 2 receivers to the near side, inside zone play, and that's Moreno again, and he's got the first down around the 37-yard line. And Tony, we've been talking about all the different ways they use it. Now, I have not seen a whole lot of Badger football this year, but I have seen some, and they're using him out of the backfield more than they typically do. And they also have a fine freshman running back in Jet Walker.
You're right, in 7 games he had carried the ball 13 times, and he's already carried it a couple times here tonight.
First down from the 37. That's Moreno in motion this time. They fake it to Jet Walker. Here's the pass, far side and complete to Aiden Rasco. And again, they have a lot of guys who can play a lot of different positions. Rasco coming from the tight end position, but he also has had several carries out of the backfield already, so they can really keep a defense off balance, and that gets the first down at the Wolves' 26-yard line.
And they go as fast as anybody we've seen this season, and that means you've got to stay alert defensively.
They're pushing the tempo. 3 receivers to the near side of the formation. Here's the snap. It's a toss, and that's the freshman running back, Jet Walker, to the near side, and watch him pick his way inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 3.
Just amazing. Their blockers all just straight block to the strong side, and he just followed his blockers.
And Tony, like you said, they're really pushing the tempo right now. Play fake, complete on the slant to Moreno down around the 10-yard line, and if the play stands, that will move the chains, and it does. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11.
First mistake of the night that's really a tough one. C.J. Tanner read the play and went for the interception, didn't get it, and Moreno got a good gain out of it.
Jet Walker is the running back, standing at the left of the quarterback, David Flores. Tight end flanker to the near side. Play fake. Flores, initiative with time, now under pressure, throws it into the end zone to a wide open receiver and just missed him. That was intended for Carter Johnson, and 6 points just went a wasting there.
Crazy. He had some pressure, but in essence, got away from it and then had time to find an open receiver who had gotten away from the linebacker chasing him.
Second and 10.
That's a missed opportunity for them.
It really is. 2nd and 10. You remember moments ago, Lampasas had the ball deep in Davenport territory and missed a relatively short field goal. Now they want to settle for nothing less than 7 here. 2nd and 10 from the 11. Running play coming near side. That's Jet Walker. Now he cuts it back to his right inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line, and about 2 to 2.5 yards shy of first down yardage. Tony, they can get a first without scoring a touchdown.
Cole Boren again with a nice tackle coming up from his safety position, but still, like you said, a 7-yard gain. They can get a first down at the 1. I'm sure they'd rather have a touchdown.
3rd and almost 4 from the 5. Here's the snap. Running play. Left side. And into the end zone. They say he cracked the plane. That's Jet Walker on the touchdown carry for the Lampasas Badgers, who have drawn within 1 at 7-6, and the PAT upcoming.
Walker just bullied his way. I don't think he did anything other than run through some tackles. There was a hole, but it closed down in a quick, and he just was stronger than the Wolves were that time.
Landon Richardson on for the PAT, and he puts this one through, and we have a tie ball game with 2:33 remaining here in the first period. We're all knotted at 7. Back in a moment on the Wolves Sports Network.
K-Lig Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year is going on now at Audi North Park, Lincoln, and North Park, Lincoln at Dominion. Choose from over 3,000 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get 1.99% for 72 months and 1 year of unlimited car washes from the Wash Tub. You'll get special posted pricing and unprecedented trade-in allowances on every pre-owned vehicle during the K-League Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year at the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships. K-League.
All right, so the Lampasas Badgers didn't flinch. That was a very impressive drive. 8 plays, 49 yards following a punt. And finally it's capped off on the 5-yard touchdown run by Jet Walker, the freshman running back, and we're tied at 7.
And that's been 2 good drives by them. The first one ended up in the red zone, but they didn't score. This time they tied it up, and we're almost 2.5 minutes away from the end of the first quarter, and we haven't stopped them yet.
Landon Richardson, who just got the PAT, is on to kick it off. He kind of pooches this one. It's taken at the 26-yard line and returned to the middle of the field. And that's a pretty good effort there by Jalen Morrow. And so Davenport, finding themselves tied this ball game at 7, will start this drive from about their 34-yard line.
Be interesting to see if we continue to go to the run game, even though they've got 7 guys in the box, just what Taylor tried to do a couple of weeks ago. They're seeing more teams put more guys in the box and making Hamlin throw his way down the field.
First down from the 34. Balanced formation, 2 receivers to either side. 4-man defensive front for the Badgers. Here's the snap. Pass play coming near side. And that one is complete to Darren Brown.
That's
Griman. Nice throw.
That's Emmett Griman.
I beg your pardon, that is Emmett Griman. And for Griman, that is his 29th reception on the year. Running play on first down. Cracks into Badger territory at the 49-yard line.
Go down the carry, brought down by 22.
Gain of only a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 as we're inside 2 minutes remaining here in the opening period.
That time their defensive tackle, Fields, made a nice play to bring him down.
From the pistol, they motion receiver to the far side of the field, and this is an RPO. Tristan Hamlin pulls it down, tries to turn the corner, but winds up with only a gain of about 1.5 yards.
Too much east-west running and didn't really get up the field. Had a chance to turn it up sooner and turned it down. They all went for Golden on that jet sweep motion back, and they were not fooled by it.
3rd and about 7 from the Badger 48-yard line. Tight end to the near side along with 2 wide receivers. It's complete on the hook pass. David Miller makes the reception for the Wolves, and that'll move the chains inside the 40-yard line down at the 38.
I can tell you, we've been talking about this all game long. They got 7 guys in the box. They have a linebacker covering the slot man, and that was an easy completion. They're going to do that a lot more.
First down, play action, deep ball, got a man, got a touchdown. Got a touchdown.
Number 19, 38 yards for a Davenport touchdown.
Kyler Payne on the reception.
Kyler Payne with the touchdown.
Kyler Payne on a 48-yard touchdown reception and a perfect throw off play action by junior quarterback Tristan Hamlin. So Davenport retakes the lead at 13-7. On for the PAT is Josh Gill. Daniel Sokup is the holder. PAT on its way. And for the 2nd time tonight, Davenport leads by 7, this time at 14-7. Back in a moment, right here on the Wolves Sports Network.
In the first quarter.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Play action executed to perfection as Tristan Hamlin hooks up with Kyler Payne on the 48-yard touchdown rainbow bomb.
The 9th touchdown of the year for Kyler Payne, who's become the big play guy, and he made a big one that time. On a great over-the-top pass by Hamlin. Kick coverage big here. Kicking into the wind.
Kick is relatively short. It'll be taken right at the 20-yard line and returned to the middle of the field. And that is Carter Johnson on the return to Lampasas.
Johnson on the return, tripped up by 11, C.J. Tanner.
Great open field tackle by Tanner to get that one down.
Okay, so during our private conversation during the break, the word shootout came to mind.
I think so. Their drives have taken longer, but we haven't stopped them yet, and they have stopped us once. That's the difference right now.
Well, this drive will start at the 31-yard line. Lampasas with the ball and trailing 14-7. 3 receivers to the near side. Running play, first down. That's Rasco on the carry, and he's got a gain of about 2.5.
Rasco on the carry, met in the hole by 25. Judge Erickson, 5. Zaire Livingston.
Zaire Livingston just got a part of a tackle there. He's the guy that's been out for 3 weeks with that broken hand. He's got a cast and a wrap over it so he can play tonight.
Very respected defensive player. More on that after the second down play. This is thrown into traffic. Now the catch is made by Moreno, but he takes a real shot in the back. Watch those corners come flying up for Davenport, led by Darren Brown.
Darion was right there waiting for it and made a big play as we end the quarter.
We've played 12 minutes here at Davenport, and there is no shortage of scintillating plays. After one period, Davenport leads Lampasas 14-7. Back with quarter number 2 in just a moment, right here on the Wolves Sports Network.
At Audi North Park, we believe that shopping for a car should be a positive experience. As the winner of both the Audi Magna Society Award and the J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence, Audi North Park strives for nothing but the best customer experience. From our receptionist to the service department, our team is committed to making you feel comfortable and respected. We know how difficult buying a car can be, which is why our brand specialists strive to inform and empower you to make the right choice. From the latest selection of new Audi models to our incredible variety of used cars, we have a model that will suit your lifestyle perfectly. Join the thousands of others who found the Audi of their dreams with the exceptional service at Audi North Park.
We begin the second quarter with a big third down play for the Badgers. Deep drop by the quarterback, deep ball over the middle, receiver open. This will result in a touchdown. Owen Stubbs takes it to the house for Lampasas, and the Badgers once again draw within 1. Never a doubt on that one.
Just unbelievable that he got that far behind the secondary. Somebody let him go, and that's going to tie it up with the extra point.
Beautiful play fake. Set up that rainbow. On for the extra point is Landon Richardson. Reed Jerome is the holder. If he puts it through, it ties it up. And he does so, and we have a 14-14 game, and we'll keep it right here for right now. Give ourselves a chance to kind of catch our breath and talk about this.
And you know, he had Marino on the short route about 20 yards down on a little look-in pass, and he went deep because Stubbs had got behind everybody with the safeties, Boren and Morrow. Somebody let him go, and that's the mistake that ties the game.
And that happened on the very first play of the second quarter.
Audi North Park, Walmart. Fisher's marking.
Tie ball
So
game here.
when we talk about a shootout, I think that's what we got.
Well, this has been such a highly anticipated game, and it is more than lived up to its advanced billing so far.
They are able to score the ball. They've had some success. They haven't played They've played Burnett and Taylor, two teams at the bottom. They haven't played Canyon Lake yet, and tonight they play Davenport. Right now it looks like Canyon Lake, Lampasas, and Davenport are the three best teams in the district, so this is a big one for Davenport to be able to knock off since they've already lost to Canyon Lake.
And of course, that's Davenport's only loss of the season so far. They're 6-1 overall, 1-1 in district play. Short kickoff, probably intentional, taken on the far side, and excellent coverage by that kickoff team for Lampasas as they bring the return man down at about the 34-yard line. And coaches generally will take that every time.
Indeed. Morrow again on another return.
First and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
All right, so each team has put up 2 touchdowns in 1 quarter and about 12 seconds. We're knotted at 14, and Davenport will start this drive from their 33-yard line. Running play coming near side. Ball carrier twists and turns and gets a couple of yards there. That's Shaston Golden on the carry, who came into the game with almost 1,500 rushing yards in only 7 ball games. Second down play. Running play again, but look at the kind of defense that we're seeing put up by that Lampasas front 4.
And again, they're putting 7 guys in the box. We got wide of it on first down. Second down, we hit their strength, which is that core on the inside. The Davenport offense is going to have to find a way to get the ball outside and up the field.
3rd and 3 from the 40. Tight end to the right along with a flanker. They just shovel it out to the far side, and this running play is going to clear for first down yardage. Really good effort there by Shaston Golden. And they just outflanked the Lampasas defense.
Yeah, and he did a good job of beating the end out to that side.
First down from the 45. Play action, deep drop, throw over the middle. This one is dropped. That probably would have been a walk-in score, but they just can't quite make the connection with Dante Singletary down around the 20-yard line. That was there.
And Singletary's the guy that Coach told me about 3 or 4 or 5 games ago as a sophomore who was really coming on. He's got 14 catches and 4 touchdowns, but he missed his 5th touchdown right there.
So the incompletion on first down results in 2nd and 10 from the Davenport 45-yard line. 3-man defensive front this time for Lampasas. Running play. They try with the outside zone, and so far, for the most part, I can't say enough about this run defense that's being put forward by Lampasas.
That's their job right now. I think that the coach's game plan coming in tonight was to stop the run, and they're doing everything they possibly can to do that.
Officially no gain, so it is now 3rd and a full 10 from the 45.
And Golden, I think, is out, and Latrell Ross is in.
Here's a snap. Hamlin, the left-hander, rolls to his right and then throws toward the sideline. That's a difficult throw for a left-hander moving to his right. The pass falls incomplete, and Davenport is going to have to punt.
Intended for Gryman. It just seems like his throw was just a little off target. Gryman went down, had a chance at it, but couldn't pull it in.
Gill on to punt for the Wolves.
He averages about 40 a punt and has punted 3 times inside the 20.
Moreno is the deep return man for Lampasas. That one's almost blocked. He almost looked at that one a little bit too long. Catch is made, but the return man is pulled down on a negative yardage return at about the 17-yard line. What a good job of getting downfield by the Davenport punt team.
And we're figuring out to get to Marino, you've got to wrap him up low and bring him down, and that was great coverage by the Wolves that time as the drive will start at the 17, their worst field position so far.
Let's see what Davenport dials up defensively this time.
Kind of huddling over here on the right side again.
From the 17.
Hold, there's a hold. Oh gosh, a bad
pitch
hold.
to the near side to Jet Walker, but yeah, there is some laundry on the field.
Marcus Brew Adams was at the edge, and he had his whole body going one way except for his shoulder pads stayed the back on the backside as the tackle was just hugging him something fierce.
So the walk-off will be from the 17-yard line. And we get the official
Oh, they're going to wave it off.
Oh, they did.
Waved off.
Oh, my gosh.
I guess they talked about it and decided, I guess not. So the
Oh,
play
my.
actually results in a gain of 4 and really almost 5 out of the 22-yard line.
I do not understand unless it was, my guess is it wasn't a holding call. That's the way they picked it up because the back judge came up and said no.
Flores, the quarterback, on 2nd and officially 5, tight end flanker to the near side. Running play coming back to the right. That's Jet Walker on the carry again. And look at that defense for Davenport come flying up.
Livingston and Tanner. That time they pulled the right guard and went left and ran where his hole was, and I think that's why the Wolves read it so easily.
Great defensive play by Zahir Livingston, who was the Texas Football Magazine preseason defensive MVP in this district, and he's living up to his billing. 3rd and 5 now.
They jumped.
Flag on the play prior to the snap.
Now, that's a little bit interesting, and I don't think we have the benefit of the replay. You could make the case that he was moving laterally, but apparently they thought he moved upfield, and he will be called for the false start.
Well, he can't come out of his stance because he can't move at all before the snap.
Now, what I was looking at was the wide receiver.
Oh, no, the right tackle jumped because the defensive end pointed right away.
Moreno in motion across the formation. Now they set up in trips to the far side. Here's
Screen
the pass
pass
under pressure, and that is diagnosed perfectly. It was diagnosed first by my partner Tony, but then that was a really good job of flying up by Marcus Brew Adams as well.
Yeah, Adams read that one and was ready, and it was doing it with Moreno, and he was waiting for him. Might even have got there a minute early.
Lampasas is going to have to punt.
Looks like Griman is deep.
Standing at his 44-yard line. Punt is away, relatively short, coming down the near side, and is allowed to kind of skip out of bounds there at the 43-yard line. Good defensive series for Davenport.
It was indeed the first time they've held Lampasas from getting a first down. In 3 previous drives, they've got multiple first downs on each one of them.
All right, so Davenport finding themselves in a tie ball game at 14 with 8:27 left before halftime. Starts this drive from their 44-yard line. Ball placed on the near hash. 3-man defensive front for Lampasas. Man coverage at the bottom of your screen. Quarterback throws it that direction, and it ends up being essentially a wide receiver screen, and a pretty nice play as the reception is made by Shaston Golden.
He came out of the backfield, and nobody went with him. Now, obviously, when they threw it and he caught it, they all rushed to him, but he was wide open when he came out of the backfield.
Well-designed play, officially a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 49. There's the mesh. And it's the quarterback read keep. As the quarterback Hamlin pulls it out, comes to the near side. Some of the fans wanted a face mask. They're not going to get one. Play gains 4, so it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 47-yard line in Badger territory.
That was that jet sweep. Oh.
And on 3rd down, it appears they got the first.
Griman was the ball carrier.
Emmett Griman on the carry, and that moves the chains as they'll spot it at the Lampasas 44.
I don't know. I need to find Golden because it's unusual that Griman would be a ball carrier. Now Golden's in there.
Miller's the motion man for Davenport. Pass is thrown to the far side, and it's thrown at the feet of the intended receiver.
Pressured by 13, Fagan.
Pass falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Good pressure on Tristan that time. Looks like the defensive lineman Dallin Fagan got to him and made the left-handed throw a tough one.
2nd and 10 following the incompletion.
What do you do on 2nd and 10?
Well, typically right now we'll probably see a play-action pass because Lampasas still wants to clamp the run, and we've seen this time and time again here in the first half.
They've gone to 6 in the box now, a little bit different as they're more wide receivers.
And it's just the inside zone read, and it gets a yard if that, so it'll be 3rd and long.
Gold on the carry, met the hole by 13.
And don't be surprised if J.D. Zimmerhansel and the offensive coaches, they're going to keep trying to run those plays because they know eventually they'll be able to hit something over the top.
They've been very successful through the first 7 games of the season. 3rd and 9 here, though, with the ball at the Lampasas 43-yard line. Balanced formation. Quarterback looks left, throws right, complete. And racing for the sticks is the receiver. He's got more than a first down. He's taking this one to the house. That is a 43-yard touchdown reception by Kyler Payne.
43 yards on the reception. Good for a Davenport touchdown. Extra point. 88 Josh Gill going to hold it 2 Soka. Long snapper 50 Willis.
It's been a back and forth ball game. Davenport now taking the lead for the 3rd time here in the first half. It's 20-14, and on for the PAT is Josh Gill. Down cleanly, on its way. And once again, Davenport assumes a 7-point lead at 21-14. We'll see what the Badgers can do to answer in just a moment right here on the Wolves Sports Network.
At Audi North Park, we believe that shopping for a car should be a positive experience. As the winner of both the Audi Magna Society Award and the J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence, Audi North Park strives for nothing but the best customer experience. From our receptionist to the service department, our team is committed to making you feel comfortable and respected. We know how difficult buying a car can be, which is why our brand specialists strive to inform and empower you to make the right choice. From the latest selection of new Audi models to our incredible variety of used cars, we have a model that will suit your lifestyle perfectly. Join the thousands of others who found the Audi of their dreams with the exceptional service at Audi North Park.
Having quite the night here in the first half, as he already has 2 touchdown receptions tonight. Here's the kickoff by Gill. And this is going to hit in the end zone and will come out to the 25-yard line on the touchback.
Our wind has died down considerably, but he still had the wind at his back, and he's got a strong enough leg that he can get it to the end zone anytime he wants.
So this drive will start from the 25. We have had a back and forth ball game. We were tied at 7. We were tied at 14. And now, at least for the moment, Davenport has assumed a 21-14 advantage.
They've answered the first 2 touchdowns by Davenport. We'll have to see if they're able to answer a 3rd, as they were stopped on their last drive for the first time tonight.
From the 25, look at this tight bunch formation to the bottom of your screen with 3 receivers. First down, and that's a pretty good move by Aiden Rasco, who is slow to the hole, but then very quick through it, and that rewards him with a gain of almost 8 yards.
He is not an elusive runner. He's not going to make you miss him very often, but he is powerful.
From the 33, and again, they go with this tight triangle bunch formation on the right side, the near side.
Means they want to run the ball, in my opinion.
I think you're right. Flores pulls it out, throws far side. It's complete.
Flores pass complete to Johnson.
But Did you see the way the corner just flew up to make the play?
Third down.
Darian Brown on the tackle. Very alert play. I've watched a lot of him on video. He will be a highly sought-after athlete. He can do a lot of things. It'll be 3rd and 2.
The two cornerbacks on this Davenport team are two of the best players on the team. Summerall and Brown.
Tight end and 2 wide receivers to the near side. Option play. Here's the pitch. And the ball carrier, Jet Walker, is hit shy of the line to gain.
That's Marino.
Meant for no gain by 5. Zaire Livingston.
Livingston is right there. Yeah.
All right, so it's 4th down.
I think they're going to go for it.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. They never flinched. Head coach Troy Rogers had already made up his mind. 4th and almost a full 2. Flores may be changing the play. He certainly changed the formation as Rasco comes to his right side now.
Quick kick.
And he'll quick kick it, which is not a bad move. It's not a particularly good punt, and it's going to back up a little bit. So Davenport will get a pretty good field position out of this as they'll start this drive from their 43-yard line.
So you kind of figured when the running back switched sides and then he took 2 steps back, that's what it was. But you never know. I mean, 2 yards for them doesn't seem like it's been very difficult tonight.
Very true.
We haven't been able to stop Rasco very well, and Marino's been hit a couple of times late, but still he's been effective.
From the 43, Wolves already leading 21-14 on 1st down. Deep drop, pretty good protection. Deep ball toward the middle of the field. It's complete to the post, and this one is going to the house. And guess who that is? That would be Kyler Payne. That is his 3rd touchdown reception here in the first half.
And his 12th on the season, easily the team leader in touchdown receptions.
57 yards on the touchdown completion.
And the 2nd time tonight, the Wolves have had a 1-play drive.
And this will be their first opportunity. In fact, they have it now. They have a 2-score lead.
Yes,
For
indeed.
the first time tonight. 27-14 and likely to be 28-14 in just a moment. It's up, it's through, it's good, and yeah, for the first time tonight, a team has a 2-score lead as Davenport leads Lampasas 28-14. Back with the kickoff in just a moment, right here on the Wolves Sports Network.
K-League Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year is going on now at Audi North Park, North Park Lincoln, and North Park Lincoln at Dominion. Choose from over 3,000 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get 1.99% for 72 months and 1 year of unlimited car washes from the Wash Tub. You'll get special posted pricing and unprecedented trade-in allowances on every pre-owned vehicle during the K-League Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year at the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships.
If you shop at Walmart, you know that with thousands of new rollbacks, you can spend even less to get even more, to make life even better.
I'm talking before the ball game, and he tells me this Payne guy is pretty good.
Yeah, he has become the difference maker on so many situations. I don't know that he's the fastest guy, but he outruns everybody out there.
Here's the kickoff by Gill. And that's the 2nd time tonight he's put it in the end zone with the aid of this wind, which really has calmed down. You know, we got here pretty early this afternoon, and this thing was howling.
Yeah, it was over 20 miles an hour earlier. And right now it's a south wind of about 8 miles an hour, so that's a big difference.
Very pleasant evening. Temperature in the 70s. Lampasas trailing by 14 for the first time tonight. Starts this drive from their 25-yard line. Tight end and flanker to the right side. 2 receivers to the far side. Play fake on 1st down. The slant over the middle. It's good. This is a foot race. And the guy with the ball doesn't lose a lot of them. Finally pulled down from behind. But once again, anytime they need a big play, they, meaning the Lampasas Badgers, the guy they're looking for is Ethan Moreno.
And Eric Singletary chased him down, tried to knock the ball away, but at least he got him down.
On first down, not a whole lot going on there.
Yeah, that was Walker again. This time we met him in the hole.
Short game.
All right, so that long completion carried from the Lampasas 25 all the way down to the Davenport 23-yard line. From the pistol, that was a gain of 1 on first down. It's 2nd and 9. That's Moreno, the motion man, who comes back and resets to the near side. Play fake, lots of time, protection. Ball thrown deep into the end zone, intended for Moreno, incomplete, and just outstanding coverage applied.
Third long, Badgers.
Summerall.
Jaden Summerall, I should say. You're exactly right. I want to make sure we gave proper credit to that young man because that was outstanding man coverage.
And you saw the route by Moreno that time, did an out and up, and Summerall read it the whole way and was right with him with inside coverage.
3rd and 9 following the incompletion. Badgers trailing by 14 from the pistol. Tight end flanker to the near side. Flores wants to throw, but he's going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked back at the 28-yard line. That's Gianni Evans-Williams, who comes up with the big tackle for the loss, officially a sack, and that brings it all the way back to the 28-yard line.
A big-time play by the defensive end, the junior, who has 3 tackles for loss now and 24 tackles.
All right, so the Badgers on 4th down, kind of in a no-man's land situation. That's probably too far out for an effective field goal attempt, particularly against the wind. So really, you got no reason not to go for it here. It's 4th and about 15
Look for
from
Moreno.
the 28-yard line. Quarterback with time initially, now gets hit as he throws the ball, but he got a wide open man, and he throws a touchdown to Carter Johnson. Wonderful, beautiful route by Carter Johnson, but I got to brag on David Flores. He hung in there. He knew he was going to take a big hit. He did, and he delivered a strike.
Johnson somehow has gotten wide open twice now, and I really don't know how we're not covering him.
Well, it's not like he doesn't have gaudy numbers. You should know who he is. Here's the PAT, and it's good. And with that, the Badgers cut their deficit in half as they're now trailing by 7 at 28-21. We'll keep it here because there's just so much to keep track of. And, you know, we were talking about the fact it was a 4th and 15. Field goal was out of the question, not just because of the distance, but because of the wind, etc. And they came up with a play that worked. You would kind of think there'd be more situational awareness, maybe on the part of the Davenport defense.
I was watching Moreno because I figured that's who they'd go to. He got bumped at the line of scrimmage, and then another receiver ran into them. So it was Johnson on the other side of the field that just ran a post pattern, and he, for some reason, was wide open again.
Once again, can't say enough about the throw by Flores.
Yeah, I agree with you. He did get hit when he threw the ball.
And he was looking down the barrel.
Right.
He knew he was going to take a pop.
One figure Badgers, 11, Landon Richardson.
Wow, this is a shootout. We just got one more bullet than they have so far, and we get the ball back. Here's an onside kick.
Look at it, pretty good attempt. Look at that sea of white. Boy, that's really a bold piece of strategy, but it makes all the sense in the world. You've got some momentum. You've drawn within 7. There's 2 minutes left before halftime. I really do think that was a pretty good decision and call by Troy Rogers. And Davenport stays alert. And they're somewhat fortunate to have come up with the football, and they'll start this drive with great field position at their 48-yard line, and still with 2 minutes and 37 seconds with which to work.
Liam Adcock, the senior, was Johnny on the spot that time and fell right on it as it came to him. So a great job of integrity in your position to not be fooled as they huddled up and then hurried to the line for the onside kick, and he was alert and ready to stop it.
And the ball actually, because of a violation, will be spotted at the 47-yard line in Badgers territory. So a big opportunity here for the Davenport offense against a 4-man defensive front here on first down. Trap play right up the middle, a quick hitter by their star running back, Shaston Golden. And that's really the first time, really, when you think about it, the first time that he's been able to get clear of the line of scrimmage and get to the second level without getting hit.
Other than the touchdown,
other
yes.
than the first play, yeah.
Other than the first play, you're right. Not through the middle.
Second and about 4. Quarterback pulls it down and now wisely just kind of throws it away, and that'll stop the clock with 2:09 left before intermission.
He had Miller in the slot for a first down and somehow didn't see him, because he could have made that pass and gotten a first down, but something blocked his view there. But now 3rd and 4, so it's a makeable play.
From the Badger 41-yard line, Wolves trying to add to their 7-point lead. They're on top 28-21. Motion across the formation, now 3 receivers to the far side. Quarterback comes to the near side, pulls the trigger. Beautifully executed. You were looking for the first down, and you got it. What a nice route was run by Dante Singletary, and Hamlin put it right on the money. First down at the Lampasas 30-yard line.
What a great throw and a great route.
On first down from the pistol. Low snap, no problem. Running play coming near side. And that is Shaston Golden again. This time he's got some friendly jerseys out front. And that's going to move the chains. A 10-yard gain, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the Badger 20. Wolves quickly to the line of scrimmage. On first down, again, running play right up the middle. He's a big, strong running back, and he's strong enough to get into the end zone from 20 yards out. That is Shaston Golden with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. He now has 22 on the season.
What a great job of, you've called it a couple of times, they're trapping it now and getting that hole open up so that he can get past that initial line of scrimmage. And this is the 2nd time he's gotten into the end zone. Great job by the Wolves coaches.
Gill on for the PAT, trying to give the Wolves a 14-point lead for the 2nd time tonight. Ball spotted nicely. It's on its way. It's good. And with that, Davenport extends its lead to 35-21. But heck, we still have 1:39 to go before halftime in this shootout. We'll see what Lampasas has up their sleeve in just a moment here on the Wolves Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Shasta Golden with a 20-yard touchdown run to once again extend the Wolves' lead to 14 points at 35-21. And Tony, one of the things that was impressive there, Golden was hit really pretty solidly at the 3-yard line, but there really was never a doubt that he was going to power his way in.
He's got that ability. He's not super fast, and he's not real shifty. He just runs hard and gets plenty of yards when he does.
Kicking off is a lot easier when you're doing it with the aid of this still fairly brisk wind here at Davenport Stadium.
Now you've got 1:39 to hold them off and take that 14-point lead into the end zone because they get the ball first, start the second half.
It'll be interesting to see how aggressive the Lampasas offense here is with 1:39 left and trailing by 14. My guess is they won't blink. They'll come at them.
Oh, I don't think that. I think they've been successful on, we've stopped them twice now, but they scored on their last one. So, I mean, they stopped themselves once, we've stopped them twice, and that's the difference right now.
Now, if I'm the Davenport defense, here's what I'm thinking right now. Turnover.
Yeah.
Play fake, slant over the middle. Complete. Receiver makes a very nice move. And you know who that is. You can just read his body language at this point. Once again, that's Ethan Moreno on the reception. And that's an aggressive play indeed. And that's a first down out of the Badger 43-yard line. They swing it out to the far side. A little bit of a dangerous throw there intended for Moreno.
I don't think if you noticed, we had 3 down linemen and everybody else was in coverage, and I think that might be what we're switching to. 3 or 4 linemen. Both of our linebackers can run, but that time we didn't even really rush because we knew they were going to throw it wide.
Defense in a 3-safety shell this time. Playing a cover 3 in thirds as they're trying to keep everything in front of them. Clock stopped with 1:16 remaining before halftime. Tight end flanker to the near side. Play fake, pump fake. Quarterback pulls it down again, and Flores takes a big hit behind the line of scrimmage back at the 40-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and almost 13.
He got hit by Zaire Livingston right in the gut as he tried to go around the corner. He was being wrapped up, and Livingston just put a lick on him.
Lampasas takes a timeout here with 1:06 remaining.
I don't know on 3rd and 13. You found Johnson a couple of times over the top, but Moreno still seems to be the guy you're going to look for here. I don't think you'd run for it trying to get half of it, but I don't think you have to throw it long either here. You just need to make 4th down achievable, especially with a minute to go in the first half.
I'm so with you. You look at how far backed off the Davenport defense is right now. Now, one of the things about Moreno is he's not only fast, but he is a very powerful runner and gets a lot of yak yardage, yards after catch. They've been very successful on the slant. It's almost like a basketball play because he can post up and just get that big body inside the defender.
And with all that, he's shifty too.
All of the above. 2 receivers to the near side on 3rd and almost 13. Now 3 receivers to the near side. Quarterback looks that direction. That's Moreno on the catch.
Great
but
tackle.
Look at the pursuit and the tackle. Moreno tried to cut it back to the middle of the field, but there was nothing doing. And if that tackle is missed, Moreno may actually have converted that.
4th and 8.
C.J. Tanner, another big tackle. I think they're going to punt.
Punting unit coming onto the field for sure. Very impressive play by the Davenport defense.
Richardson on the punt for the Badgers.
Clock rolling. It's probably the best thing to do right now.
Number 1, Emmett Griman.
If they let the play clock down, we'll get the ball with less than 15 seconds. Oh, they moved.
They sure did.
Goodness.
Procedure penalty against Lampasas.
Prior to the snap.
So that'll cost them 5.
5-yard penalty, replay for 4th down.
That's their second procedure penalty. They got another one of a block in the back. There haven't been many penalty flags tonight at all.
Pretty clean game. 4th and 13 with 19 seconds remaining here in the first half. And Davenport leading by 14 at 35-21.
Not real sure what the delay is. Our officials are trying to communicate with one another. The linesman over here is talking with our coach, with JD.
It's better to get it right than to get it quick. And this crew has done a good job tonight, headed by the referee, Eric Smith.
Our umpire's confused to where the ball belongs. He just picked it up and was trying to walk it up the field, but I think that's where they were at with the penalty. Some discussion about that, I'm guessing.
Well, after all that, it's spotted at the 40-yard line.
The play clock, or the clock would have been running. It's stopped now at 19. I can't imagine they'd try to fake this. We almost got him.
But the punt is away, and it's taken on the run and returned on the far side. I was maybe anticipating a fair catch, but that was a nice aggressive play by Emmett Griman.
Yeah, Griman is our punt returner, and he's had a lot of success. Almost 12 yards of return this year. I got to believe we're just going to take a knee here, though.
Yeah, with only 9 seconds remaining, that would be the likely play. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line as we reach the conclusion of a first half that has not lacked for excitement. We've had 8 touchdowns scored.
I don't think we're going to take a knee.
But it will be a running play. And while it nets good yardage, it's not going to go to the house. And that will be the final play, although we do have a flag. So before we declare at the end of the first half, let's see what this penalty is about. Of course, a half can't end on an accepted defensive penalty. Let's see what's going on.
And it's not likely to be ending on an offensive penalty. Well, yeah, it would be, because then now you're backed up. So this is way too long a discussion on this. Looks like the referee threw it, or the umpire might have thrown it. It could have been holding if the umpire threw it. That should be the last play of the half.
Well, let's make it official.
Yeah, it is a hold. Then is it offsetting penalties? Is that what it is? Because he started to give a personal foul, and I'm guessing it's on them.
Well, I'm waiting for him to straight this one out.
The side judge on the other side of the field is who he's talking to. None of them have the letters on their back, so I don't really understand that. But the hold was called by the umpire, but the back judge had the other flag clear back here and called it a personal foul, is what he started, what Eric Smith started doing.
Well, here's the official word.
Again. Face mask.
Holding one way, face mask the other. And after all of that, that does bring this first half to a close. And Tony, it's kind of funny that this game has been played at such a frenetic pace. The only lapses we've had or chances to catch our breath are when officials are talking to each other.
The only way.
They've almost been like official timeouts. This has been a wonderful first half. And as I said, we've got 8 touchdowns on the board, and Davenport, in their first year of UIL varsity competition, leads Lampasas at halftime, 35-21. We'll be back with some halftime festivities in just a moment, right here on the Wolves Sports Network.
Stop! The Red Hot Buyback event is happening now at Gilman Auto. We are ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. Can't come in person? No problem. Go to GilmanAuto.com for an instant appraisal.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Discovery Kitchen. My name is Sylvia and I'm a registered dietitian. And today we've got our Mario with us.
Yes, I'm Chef Mario and I'm here with you today wearing my cowboy boots and my hat because we're smoking today. Today we're gonna barbecue and we're gonna turn around and create some neat things, and Sylvia's gonna tell you about that.
Yes, our theme this month is gonna be, well, 2 months during the summer is summer fun. So during the summertime, you're with your family and your friends and you cook recipes and things that are gonna be shared with other people. So we're gonna be making his famous brisket. He's gonna show us his rub, and we're gonna show you how to prepare that. And then also a side to go with that, it's gonna be a creamy coleslaw.
The Comel creamy coleslaw. Yes. And just so you don't choke, nobody in the audience chokes, including maybe that person. We have lemonade. We have summer French lemonade that's very delicious, bluehead.
Yes.
So here we go.
So we're gonna start with our coleslaw. So the first thing, we're gonna chop our cabbage.
Cabbage, and it is a hard vegetable, so you have to be you have to be careful. You have to wear a safety glove, and somebody recently learned to wear a safety glove.
Yes, I currently have a safety glove at home now.
because you can and will cut
I don't want to
yourself.
chop my fingers.
Now this will render about, what do we say, 16 healthy servings. So you may want to save the other for another occasion. They last pretty good.
Yes, cabbage actually lasts in the fridge for about 2 to 3 weeks because it's such a hardy vegetable. That's why it was hard to cut. So it lasts longer. And there's other colors right there. We have green, cabbage, red, and purple.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
And I'm going to remove this bone here, okay?
Okay.
This bone is hard.
Yes, the inside.
So I'm removing that.
And because cabbage is a hardy vegetable, it means it has fiber. So fiber, as we know, is really good for our digestive health, keeps things moving, and we don't get enough fiber, so cabbage is a really great vegetable.
And you just want to shred it, you know?
Yeah, that looks good.
Shred it a little thin as you want to go. And once you get to a certain point, you take and you chop it about 3 more times. And then you just kind of like break it up.
Why did you choose purple?
I like color. I like cooking with color. Tell us about color and cooking.
Yes, color means that it has a lot of different vitamins and minerals. We want to eat the rainbow, so we get all of those. Because if we eat this, and it looks better on your plate. It's kind of boring to eat the same color food all the time. So makes your plate more fun. And so normally our coleslaws are savory, right? They put mayonnaise in it. But we're not doing that today.
And today I'm not going to do that. People like vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar too.
Oh, I'm not on the vinegar side. Unless it's going to end up being like a red wine vinegar, then I just say, well, skip the vinegar and just go to the red wine. Because what is that vinegar? Fermented red wine.
Red wine, okay.
So, chile red wine. Anyway, sorry about that, children.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. So let's see, what we're adding, instead of mayonnaise or something like that, what are we doing?
We're going to add vanilla yogurt.
Vanilla yogurt. So this is a sweet coleslaw.
Right.
It's really good.
And we could go Greek.
Could go Greek, yeah, Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt has more protein in it than a normal, just standard yogurt.
And because it would have protein in it, then
yes,
it would make it gluten-free.
No, that's a different thing. So most yogurts are gluten-free, unless, you know, they have some weird ingredient in there. Greek yogurt just means it has more of the milk protein, and that does not contain any gluten allergy in there.
So you're going with just this sweet vanilla?
Sweet vanilla yogurt.
And you don't have to add any more sugar to it. I mean, unless you're like me.
Really like it sweet, but we're gonna add some more things.
That's gonna make it sweeter.
Yes.
Yes.
And yogurt is really good for you. Like we said, it has protein. It's a really great dairy product. Also, if you get low fat, even better. You just gotta be careful with the sugar amounts in yogurt. Sometimes I can add a lot of sugar in there.
Low fat?
That's a low fat one, and just make sure it doesn't have too much sugar and you'll be good.
According to your recipe would be golden raisins and cranberries.
Yes.
I went a step further. I added a little bit of currants, okay? So
Currants. They're really tiny.
Tiny, tiny little bad babies.
Yes. And dried fruit is really great because you can get it at almost any time of the year. And they're always really on the shelves, right? You don't have to wait until they're in season, right, with normal fresh fruits. Because these are dried when they're peak season and they're sold to you all year round. And they have all the same nutrients as the regular grape would have, right? Raisins are dried grapes. All the nutrients are still in there, so you won't be losing out on that.
You can use it for so many dishes.
Yes, so many things. And it adds a sweetness without really adding, you know, real sugar to it, granulated sugar. Although they do have sugar in them. And you can serve this immediately, right? Or you can hold it in the fridge.
You can hold it in the fridge if you want to until your brisket is ready. So.
Yes, and that'll be next. So perfect.
So I would say, to answer that question, I would say even at least an hour to 30 minutes in the cooler is grand. And why? Because it gives an opportunity for all of these ingredients to fuse. Oh!
We almost forgot an important ingredient here, our pineapple.
I'm glad that we have Sylvia on board, believe me.
You probably thought it was just a decoration.
Yes.
You got distracted.
So now we're going to cut our pineapple.
So another sweet thing is going to make it taste even better. And this is golden pineapple?
It's a golden pineapple,
Golden.
so you notice the color. And it's real sweet. It's small, so it's personal.
Let me move this over here, Mario. Right there.
I'm glad you stopped me before I got everything home.
Yes. Let's see. Pineapple is very, very, it's a tropical fruit. It's very tangy. If you eat too much pineapple, sometimes your tongue kind of hurts. It's because it has a certain protein in there that is used to marinate like meats and stuff, and so that means it breaks it down. So when you eat a lot of it, it kind of breaks down some of the things in your mouth, but you'll be fine. It's not gonna harm you. Your mouth just might hurt a little bit. And since it's yellow, it has a lot of vitamins and minerals, especially vitamin C, which is good for your immune health and fighting off bad germs and stuff like that. Awesome, and we'll enjoy those later.
Later on.
Awesome.
Put them in there to preserve them. All right.
All right, so now we're almost done. Yeah, go ahead. You have gloves on.
I have my gloves on. I'm gonna do the little mixing here.
So this is gonna be our side dish, right, to our brisket.
To our brisket.
What are other things we could serve it with?
Oh, this is a great dessert.
Oh yeah, you're right. You
It's
could
a
have
great
it straight up
dessert.
as a dessert.
As a dessert, you could have it as a side. And you know, you could save it for sandwiches.
Okay.
It's part of a salad.
Yes, I could see that being like a topping additive to a green salad.
Mm-hmm. Center of the salad, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Just to wake it up. And again, the sweetness, and it's natural sweetness.
Yes, although it's still sugar, you know, probably don't want to eat the whole bowl, but it is coming from a fruit source. So eating it with a fruit means it comes with other vitamins and minerals and nutrients. It's packaged in a better package than straight sugar.
Correct. And
Awesome.
So
we're gonna put this here,
put it off the side.
and while we have that there, we're gonna get our brisket together. So we're gonna get that stuff. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. I'm gonna go light my pit.
Yes.
Take care.
All right, everybody, we're back, and we've got our brisket station set up. So we're gonna just jump right in. So what's the first thing, Mario?
Well, I'm gonna get started, and this is gonna be kind of my mixing bowl to create my mud.
Yes.
And this rub that we're about to make is gonna considered a wet rub.
What makes it dry or wet? What's the difference?
Dry would be the dry ingredients.
Just no wet
No wet
products.
So
Okay, so what's
start
that?
with some comino.
Comino.
So
Okay.
we got some cumin in there.
Cumin.
The cumin in there. We got some brown sugar.
Okay.
So we'll start
We're
off
gonna
with
put.
it.
Oh, it's a lot of it, right?
Well, we did say
In our recipe, we have all the measurements.
Yes, we have all the measurements in the recipe, so fear not. Be not afraid.
Be not afraid. It does look like a lot, but you
It
need a
does
lot
look-
to give the meat flavor.
There you go.
And that is
Fresh garlic.
fresh garlic. Okay.
Added to it was a tablespoon, I believe, yes.
Okay.
And now comes the honey.
Ooh.
And be not afraid of the honey either.
So we've got some sweet and salty flavors going together. Why is that important?
Because that mix, it's kind of like making cookies. It has to add salt.
Right.
Why? Not to a cookie, but you have to.
Because each flavor brings out the other one, right?
Correct. One complements the other.
Yes. They go well.
And on the mustard, the original recipe, I said put bastante, a lot.
Bastante. A lot of mustard. Is that a Dijon or what is that one?
This is a honey Dijon.
Honey Dijon. Ooh,
Now,
fancy.
people have told me to use Italian, and you could.
Italian?
You could use Italian dressing if you want.
Oh, okay.
But I prefer to
Yeah,
go
I can
with
smell
this.
it.
And you
Smells
could
good.
choose your poison. You can decide what kind of mustard you want. You want to go spicy jalapeno mustard?
Right. Whatever
You
your
could.
spicy tolerance
Yes.
is.
You have to determine who you're going to feed. If you're going to feed the family, my family, they can always add pico de gallo, whatever, to it. But the main one is the wife. And if the wife is not happy, ain't nobody. So
you got to do what she wants.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
So I've added the honey mustard.
Okay.
And now,
what's next?
Oh, I'm gonna add. Oh,
what's in there?
The garlic, the pepper, the salt.
Whoa! So we have garlic powder, salt, pepper, mixed all together.
Mix all together.
So
now we're gonna go into the fresh herbs. We got rosemary here.
Ooh. Could you use powder? What if you can't find fresh ones? What's your take on that?
Well,
I know you're gonna say fresh is way better.
fresh is way better.
True. When you're doing something like this too, right?
Right. You may want to be growing your own if.
Rosemary is common to have in just your outside of your house. It grows wild.
Show of Davenport High School, featuring the Diamonds varsity dance team, the Dazzlers junior varsity dance team, the Danville Middle School Darlings dance team, and the Davenport Wolf Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the Davenport Diamonds dance team to the field. And here they are, your varsity Davenport Diamonds. Your Diamond Dance officers are Lieutenant Diana Bonilla, Lieutenant Ryan Gardner, First Lieutenant Emily Williams, and your Diamond's captain, Nikki Perez. Your Diamond social officers are Kaimana Blackwood and social president, Ava Lucia Taglia. Your Diamond Dancer of the Week is Emmy Fitzgerald. Your Dazzler officers are Vanessa Perez and Alex Brobston. Your Dazzler of the Week is Jennifer Blunt. The Diamonds and Dazzlers are under the direction of Sarah Gentry. And tonight's halftime features our special guests, the Danville Darlings. Darlings officers are Sophia Ortiz, Annabelle Scott, and Emery Weinman. The Darling Dancer of the Week is Lillian Vetter. And the Darlings are under the direction of Andrea Bustos. The Diamonds and Dazzlers would like to thank their platinum level sponsors, Legacy Mutual and W4 Construction. And tonight, they're all performing a palm routine to jump. Wolf Band is under the field direction of drum majors Noah Bliss, Lindsey Creel, and Virginia Simone. Junior drum major is Jamar Carode. Woodwind captain is Graceland Phelps. Brass captain is Fiona Solidum. Percussion captain is Caroline Sherwood. Pit captain is Heimer Haynes. Color guard captain is Lindsey Griffin. Section leaders are Madeline Bates, Emily Hill, Grace Silver, Josie Steele, Eli Bliss, Joe Colenius, Lathan Nazir, Tristan Lopez Hernandez, Alejandro Quintanilla, Kylie Kay, Ava Guerra, and Morgan Lavage. Additional student leadership team members include Haley Bond, Emma Quencar, Stephen Castillo, Austin Wynn, Carson Hepner, Trey Johnson, and Zoe Waddell. Now for our members of the week. The section of the week is the saxophone section. Freshman band members of the week are Andres Salinas and Alex Schaefer. Band members of the week are Mabry Haley and Ethan Torres. Student leadership team member of the week is Joe Colenius. Color guard rookie of the week is Elena Garcia. Color guard member of the week is Alicia Olmstead. This evening, the Wolf Band would like to perform their 2022 show entitled Full Circle. And here's the Wolf Band performing Full Circle. The Davenport Wolf Band would like to thank our concert level sponsors, Warner.
Stop! The Red Hot Buyback event is happening now at Gilman Auto. We are ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. Can't come in person? No problem. Go to GilmanAuto.com for an instant appraisal.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
At Davenport High School in this key league game in District 13 4A Division I between the Lampasas Badgers and the Davenport Wolves. We have seen, Tony, an exciting ball game at this point, to say the least. A total of 8 touchdowns. And one of the things that strikes you about this Davenport offense over the course of the year is they've had a wonderful balance between run and passing yardage. In fact, going into this game, they were averaging 224 rushing yards and 210 passing yards per game. And to a large extent, we've seen that same balance reflected here in the first half tonight.
They had 302 yards of total offense, 125 on the ground, 177 through the air, and you compare that to 187 by Lampasas, 121 passing, 67 rushing, and we talked about the difference really has been that Davenport has stopped them twice, and they stopped themselves once, and they've really only stopped Davenport one time. So we expect more of the same in the second half, and I think we've got a dandy of a game left.
Each team has landed some heavy blows. For example, Davenport has 3 touchdown passes from Tristan Hamlin to Kyler Payne and a pair of impressive rushing TDs by their star running back Shaston Golden. And Lampasas has done a good job of counterpunching. They were tied at 7, they were tied at 14, and now late in the second half, Davenport opened up a 14-point lead on 2 different occasions, and right now it's 35-21 as we begin the third quarter, and Lampasas trailing by 14 will get the ball first.
And the wind has picked up again just a little bit, probably in the 10 to 15 range right now.
Did you bring a jacket?
No, not up here, I didn't.
I did, it's in my car. Doing me a lot of good, right? Here's the kickoff by Josh Gill. And with the wind, he sticks it in the end zone for his 3rd touchback of the night. And with that, Lampasas will start this drive from their 25-yard line.
It's going to be interesting. I told you during the halftime, if I were them, I would try to come out and run the ball down our throat and say, hey, we're still here. You countered with they haven't run the ball effectively lately. Well, I still think they can, and that would be my choice right now. We'll see what they do.
No, I'm with you. They got away from the running game. And early in the game, they did have some nice carries by Aiden Rasco and also the freshman Jet Walker. So we'll see what they do here. On first down from the 25. It's the quarterback zone read keep, and that loses a half yard back to about the 24 and a half. Look at the job at the right side of that Wolves defense.
Czar Livingston has said, I am back, and I am here to make plays. I'm almost amazed that Flores would keep that, but he did, and Livingston was waiting for him and said, go backwards.
Officially no gain, 2nd and 10. Tight end and 2 wide receivers to the near side. Here's the snap. Play fake, quarterback rolls to the right, throws, has a receiver. It is complete to the very versatile Aiden Rasco, and that's going to move the chains out of the 36-yard line.
Good looking route by Rasco.
Balanced formation, twin receivers to either side. Walker, the running back, standing to the right of the quarterback, David Flores, who may be changing the play right now.
Looks like he surely did.
Flores sets back up in the gun, standing back at his 31-yard line. Running play, Walker coming near side. Excellent gang tackling by that pack of Wolves.
27 Walker.
Howe was there. Brew Adams was there. They've just decided they're not going to let them run the ball, and I take that as a big, serious correction on my part. I thought they could, and they have not been able to.
Well, they may still stay with it a little bit, although maybe not on this play here on 2nd and 10. Tight end flanker to the near side. Twin receivers to the far side from the pistol. Play fake, slant over the middle, and this one just gets away from the intended receiver, Ethan Moreno, and that's a classic example of was really running before he put the ball away, but he's such an explosive player.
And they ran the perfect play on 2nd and 10. He's in the slot, and he just does a skinny post, and he flashes open behind the linebacker in front of the safety, and he just dropped it.
Good throw by Flores for sure. 3rd and 10 now. 3-man defense in front for the Wolves. Here's the snap. Play fake. Quarterback under pressure. Throws over the middle, and that is a missed opportunity because they had Carter Johnson coming across the field, and had he caught that one, he very likely would have scored.
I saw more of that one this time because they were, in essence, zoning a lot of it with linebackers back in coverage, and Johnson just went from the corner to the safety and flashed open because nobody else filled in quick enough, and that's going to force a punt.
So the Wolves defense catches a break there, and now their offense is going to get the ball back following this Badger punt. It's taken at the 27-yard line and returned to the far sideline. That's Emmett Griman on the return.
Nice open field tackle by Preston Ivan, a junior for them, as Griman got past the first defender who chased back up, but Isom said no more, and he threw him down.
So the Wolves have led by 2 scores on 2 different occasions tonight, including right now at 35-21. So now they'll try to take their first 3-score lead of the evening. On first down, they give it to their stud, Shaston Golden, such an effective runner. And Tony, you and I were talking about this at halftime. It's been kind of hit or miss for Shaston Golden. He has 2 really explosive touchdown runs, including one 53 yards on the first play from scrimmage of the game. But beyond that, he's also had a lot of carries for 1 or 2 yards. As we have a timeout on the field, we'll keep it right here.
Somebody's down on the field, and I'm looking to see who's not up.
Timeout for an injured player.
Tell you what, we'll take this opportunity
Yes.
to take a short break, and we're not going to speculate. We will never identify a player until we're certain about this, so we're thinking good thoughts for the injured player. 9:40 remaining here in quarter number 3, and Davenport leading this one 35-21. Back in just a moment on the Wolves Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Back at Davenport, the injured player is the Wolves starting center, Bubba Thompson, who is coming to the near sideline under his own power, and that's good to see. He'll be replaced by junior Armando Mesa.
Yeah, he's had a bum ankle for a while, and he's gone out a couple of different times this season, and they will sorely miss him, but it doesn't mean they can't still play.
2nd and 7. It's a gadget player, reverse, coming back to the near side, and the ball carrier turning on the Jets. And on the carry, that's Kyler Payne doing some damage on the ground after catching 3 touchdown passes in the first half.
It gave him a gain of about 4, even though he ran about 50 yards.
But it makes it a very manageable 3rd and 3 from the 40-yard line. 3-man defensive front for Lampasas. Running play, near side, great block. Astounding block. I love that. We'll talk about more about that in just a moment. But my goodness.
The right guard pulled, which is Anthony Rodriguez, and he led him through the hole.
Textbook play, just like you draw it up. Badgers bringing a blitz. They pick it up. Oh, and that's a missed opportunity because they had a chance to get the ball to the running back who was in the area that had been vacated by the blitz.
Reed Jerome, their senior linebacker, got his hands up, was following Golden. He wasn't going to, or following Hamlin. He wasn't going to get to him, but he said, I'm at least going to knock the pass down, and he did.
2nd and 10 following the incompletion. The line of scrimmage, the Badger 43-yard line. Again, pressure coming off both corners. Wide open receiver. This is going to be a big gain, a first down and much more inside the 25-yard line down to about the 24.
Number 1, Griman.
And
Griman.
That's Griman.
Number 1,
I'm not sure how he got that open, but they let him go for no reason.
Toss play into the boundary, and look at this power running by Shaston Golden.
How about the option? They brought a little wishbone, almost not the same setup, but almost a wishbone with a lead blocker. They didn't have the dive, but he had a lead blocker, and the quarterback gave it to him in good space.
Yeah, and sometimes that pitch to the short side, to the boundary side, can be very effective because you got an advantage there, and it forces the ball carrier to cut it up. And another worthwhile gain by the Wolves. Pushes the ball down around the 5-yard line.
So 2nd and goal. They did a little wide receiver screen there. Now they've got to find something else to get it in the end zone.
On 2nd down, play fake, and that's a touchdown pass. That's a walk-in. And for Hamlin, that's his 4th touchdown pass of the night. This one complete to Emmett Griman.
Wow. Now, I told you that the offense would still flow well in the second half. The play calling on that drive was so different than the other drives. They mixed it up, run, pass, run, pass, run, pass, and everything just fell into place on what has to be a tired defense.
And so for the first time tonight, the Wolves have a 3-score advantage. PAT is on its way, and with 8:16 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Wolves extend their lead to 42-21. We'll see what Lampasas can do with the football in just a moment. We'll be back right here on the Wolves Sports Network.
K-League Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year is going on now at Audi North Park, North Park Lincoln, and North Park Lincoln at Dominion. Choose from over 3,000 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get 1.99% for 72 months and 1 year of unlimited car washes from the wash tub. You'll get special posted pricing and unprecedented trade-in allowances on every pre-owned vehicle during the K-League Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year at the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships.
Davenport High School The Wolves in their first year of UIL varsity football competition, and they are making a statement as they lead Lampasas 42-21 here about midway, not quite midway, through the third quarter. And Tony, as you indicated, on that last touchdown drive, a marvelous job of mixing up the calls on the part of the Wolves.
The play calling on that drive was spectacular because I don't think that Lampasas expected any of it, and here's Gill just kicking it to the other side of the world.
If you got the breeze, you got the touchback.
Well, again, play calling is so good by Davenport most of the season. It shined there. Now I challenge Lampasas to do something because their last drive didn't do anything really.
Well, as we started the second half, you and I, for that matter, were recommending that Lampasas try to get back to running the football. They couldn't do it on that first drive. Now they're behind 21. Now they have to get away from the run.
They do.
From the 25, following the touchback. Running play, far side on first down, and brought down behind the line of scrimmage all the way back at the 20-yard line was the running back, Aiden Rasco.
C.J. Tanner again, we say his name a lot.
He cut him in half.
Wow.
Loss of 4. Back to the 21-yard line. This is going to get much more difficult for the Lampasas offense right now because they're in a position, they're down 3 scores, they're going to have to throw it, and everybody in the place knows it. They stay with the run on second down, but now they're really in a tough situation here on third and almost 12.
Yeah, if you lose 3 on the first run, the second one has to get yardage, or you're so far behind the chains, you're just going to have to throw that pass they've thrown so many times with somebody wide open and 20 yards up the field.
Big play here on third down because the Badgers do not want to give the ball back
they do not.
to this Davenport offense. 3rd and 11 officially. Tight end, 2 receivers to the near side. Quarterback wants to throw. Flores steps up, throws it deep. He's looking for a man. It's incomplete. So Lampasas fans want a flag. They're not going to get one. That was really hotly contested there. The intended receiver was Owen Stubbs. Pretty good man coverage applied.
Severall got there, and what he did to avoid the penalty is he turned back and looked for the ball and then put his hands up. And I really don't think there was much of reason for interference because the receiver had a chance to catch the ball. He just got blocked off from it.
I completely agree. Great position by the DB, and that was a wonderful no call. I'm totally with you. Here's the punt on 4th down into this wind. And look at the wind, just knocked the ball down. It'll come to rest at the 49-yard line at the Wolves' end of the field. So once again, you got Davenport with excellent field position, and this time leading by 21 at 42-21.
Again, Davenport keeps getting good field position, again with the wind at their back. We'll have to see if the fourth quarter will matter with that wind.
Well, this is a pivotal time in the ballgame because the Wolves may be in a position to break it open now.
I would wholly agree.
From the 49, zone read keep. And a nice job on the carry by the quarterback Hamlin. Gain of a full 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Little RPO action, and they keep going after Golden for good reason, and he was free to get a nice run.
4-man defensive front for the Badgers. First down carry right up the gut, and you see how strong that young man is as he has a first down all the way down to the Lampasas 39-yard line.
Simply amazing. There wasn't much there, but he was able to scoot through and then get enough for the first down.
From the 39, play fake, lots of time, ball thrown to a wide open receiver. So wide open, in fact, that it was a little underthrown. They're thinking they need to get the completion, but had he hit him in stride, it would have been an easy score and would have been Hamlin's 5th touchdown pass on the night.
Singletary, the individual who wasn't able to grab it. You're right, the ball was underthrown, but I think he'll tell us if he came up here right now saying I should have had it. Don't think he'd have had a touchdown because it was underthrown, but it would have been a great catch.
Yep. 2nd and 10. They just shovel it out to the far side. Look at this power running by one of the league's elite running backs, Shaston Golden, on the carry. And Tony, you're so right. Davenport doesn't worry if Golden gets a carry for a yard or two. They just want to wear you down with the idea that they'll bust it loose, and that's what they appear to be doing right now. Deep ball thrown into the end zone and just overthrown in the end zone.
Kyler Payne, let me just tell you what he did there, and I think it cost him the touchdown. He knew the ball was going to be to his outside, so he bumped the cornerback to get some separation, and then he couldn't reach the ball, which was just a tad overthrown.
Yeah, and Payne, he'd be the first to tell you, didn't run through the ball as he probably wanted to. That's about the only criticism you could have of that guy tonight. He's caught 3 touchdown passes. 2nd and 10. Quarterback comes to the near side, pulls the trigger. Nice, easy pitch and catch. Advances the ball down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. And that is a very nice job on the reception by Dante Singletary.
He caught that one, and he did a great job of sitting down and waiting for it.
1st and goal. From the 7-yard line. Throw, far side, incomplete. I don't know if it was the wind.
I might have been the lights.
The light. I was about to say, I think he
it,
lost it in the lights.
Although I don't really see a light pole between here and there, but it seemed to me he missed the ball. Something happened. Don't know if you're right. It could have been the wind caught it a little bit.
Line of scrimmage officially the 8. On 2nd down, running play coming near side. We got a flag. This is going to come back, I'm almost sure.
Did you think we jumped because they jumped over the line of scrimmage? I think it's on them, and I think we'll decline it.
Well, that appears to be the case. It'll be offside, so that is a touchdown. What I was thinking, actually, I thought there was a block, a hold rather, at the point of attack.
Well, I think what happened is their guy jumped and then he went down because he was trying to get back, so we sealed the end real easily, and Golden got out.
Well, 6 points are on the board for sure. And here's Gill trying to convert that touchdown as the wind is really picking up here at Davenport.
That one's tipped.
It is. And for the first time tonight, following a touchdown, Davenport fails to convert the PAT. Nevertheless, they got a big lead now at 48-21. We'll be back in just a moment right here on the Wolves Sports Network.
At Audi North Park, we believe that shopping for a car should be a positive experience. As the winner of both the Audi Magnus Society Award and the JD Power Dealer of Excellence, Audi North Park strives for nothing but the best customer experience. From our receptionist to the service department, our team is committed to making you feel comfortable and respected. We know how difficult buying a car can be, which is why our brand specialists strive to inform and empower you to make the right choice. From the latest selection of new Audi models to our incredible variety of used cars, we have a model that will suit your lifestyle perfectly. Join the thousands of others who found the Audi of their dreams with the exceptional service at Audi North Park.
Wolves with their 7th touchdown of the evening. For the first time, they failed to convert the PAT. On that last touchdown, you got Shaston Golden from 8 yards out. There was a flag on the play. It turned out to be defensive offside, so the touchdown stood. I thought there was holding at the point of attack, but a great thing for the Wolves is they're now firmly in control.
And Gill kicks it through the end zone again, but yeah, right now, if I'm Lampasas, I really don't know what to call because I'm going for 4 minutes and 49 seconds. I'm going into this wind, which again has picked up over 15 miles an hour. So we've been unable to run the ball largely because of C.J. Tanner and Czar Livingston, who's back for the first time after missing 3 games. And those two guys are just dominant. And Judge Erickson, they're just dominating.
This is very difficult for the Lampasas offense right now. down by 27 and moving into this breeze that's really getting stiff. Bootleg play. Quarterback rolls to the near side, pulls the trigger. Do they call it complete? They do. That's a nice catch there. Is hanging in and making a tough reception is Aiden Rasco.
That was a great catch. Because he had a defensive player wrapped all around him and he still hung onto the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31. It's 2nd and 4. Tight end flanker to the near side. Running play coming here to the near side, and that's the freshman Jet Walker on the carry.
27 Walker on the carry.
And that's a good play because they needed to retain possession, reestablish themselves to a certain extent, pick up some first downs, move the chains, settle down a little bit, and that was a very effective carry by Jet Walker.
He's been the more effective of the two runners tonight. I think Rasco's in more passing.
I would agree. First down from the 37. Flores is going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Or
he's
did
down.
they blow? Or
He's
did they,
down.
I thought his knee was down.
His
I thought
backside
for sure
was
his knee
down. His backside was down. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Yeah. This is kind of unfortunate because, like you said, not only was his knee down, as was his derriere, but he spun out, and they let the play continue. And what should have been a sack results in actually a 4-yard gain for Lampasas.
Grant Wiest had the sack that he doesn't get to claim.
2nd and 6. Walker on the carry, and he is stuck by the second level of that Wolves defense.
Judge Erickson said, "Welcome to my world."
Very physical defense put forth here by the Wolves tonight. They have laid some licks on people.
Big 3rd down.
3rd and 4. Moreno in motion. Pass play, deep ball, near side. It's a flag route. Incidental contact, but a good no call there as the pass falls incomplete.
Now they both were slipping as they made the turn. There was a little bit of contact there, but there was no more contact by the offense or the defense than the offense.
They both have an equal right to the football for sure.
They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Pretty well have to in the situation you're in right now. So 4th and 4 from the Badger 43-yard line. Twin receivers to the near side. And for the second time tonight, we see the quarterback take that snap and quick kick it. And if you're going to punt the ball, it's a pretty good way to do it because the other team, the defense, doesn't have anybody back there. So this time it works out pretty well for them, is they will pin the Wolves back at their 26-yard line. So about the best result they could have hoped for.
Yeah, they haven't been able to punt into this win. Nobody has. You're not even able to kick off into it very well. So again, with the wind at their back for 2.5 more minutes, here come the Wolves.
From their 27 officially. On 1st down,
another
once
drop
again,
pass.
a drop ball. Sometimes you're just too open for your own good.
That's DeAnthony Moore, a junior who doesn't have a catch this season. And he had a chance for a touchdown there if he hangs on to that one.
That would have been a big play for sure. 2nd down following the incompletion. Running play up the middle, and that'll get the 1st down all the way out at the 39-yard line. Three receivers to the near side on 1st down against the 4-man defensive front. Running play again, and look at the vision and patience displayed there by Shaston Golden.
Let me just tell you, in that last play, he got about 7 yards up the field, and there were 2 defenders, and he just dared them to bring him down and took him for 6 more yards.
Got excellent field vision. on top of all of his athletic ability. 2nd and a short 4. Play fake. Throw to the far side. It's complete. The play will clear for the first down at the Badger 44-yard line.
Good for a Davenport first down.
Payne on the reception. First down from the Lampasas 45. They get it out to the far side, and this will result in a big gain down inside the Badger 30-yard line. They may mark it, did he say he stepped out at about the 31?
And I don't know that you know this, but I think that's our backup quarterback in there.
Well,
I think it's Daniel Soka.
It is, in fact.
Who's had 1 or 2 completions before tonight. Throws a dart there.
Nice throw for sure. That's complete to David Miller. That was a nice throw.
First down, Davenport.
Interesting that both of the Davenport quarterbacks are southpaws.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is. First down from the 19. Davenport trying to add to a 27-point lead. And this time the quarterback, Sokup, is going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
33. Second down.
Everything had been going perfectly for him until that play, so he's ready now. The quarter will run out.
Clock running with 14 seconds showing here in period number 3. And I think everybody is content to say adios to the third quarter. We've played 3 here at Davenport. Our score right now in this big game in District 13-4A Division 1, Davenport 48, Lampasas 21. Back with the final period in just a moment right here on the Wolves Sports Network.
At Audi North Park, we believe that shopping for a car should be a positive experience. As the winner of both the Audi Magna Society Award and the J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence, Audi North Park strives for nothing but the best customer experience. From our receptionist to the service department, our team is committed to making you feel comfortable and respected. We know how difficult buying a car can be, which is why our brand specialists strive to inform and empower you to make the right choice. From the latest selection of new Audi models to our incredible variety of used cars, we have a model that will suit your lifestyle perfectly. Join the thousands of others who found the Audi of their dreams with the exceptional service at Audi North Park.
For a long time, but right now it appears that Davenport has broken this one open to a large extent as we enter the fourth period with Davenport leading 48-21.
You've got as many backups as you can find. Not all the offensive lineman backups are in there because they don't have them all. But different quarterback, a different running back, some of the same receivers.
2nd and 14 as we begin the fourth period. Quarterback Sokup under heavy pressure gets the ball away and the pass falls incomplete. Okay, Tony, this is the first time that I've had the pleasure of seeing a ball game here at Davenport. What a beautiful school, a beautiful facility. It's a great night, and the Wolves just have it going on, and their future is very bright.
It is. It's fascinating 3 years into a school that you can have volleyball undefeated in district and football playing for, in essence, first place in the district if Canyon Lake can ever get beat.
Sokup comes to the near side, gets the ball away, and has a short completion at about the 22-yard line. That's David Miller on the reception.
Really no yardage on the.
Fourth and long.
So fourth down, what do you do into the wind? You can't kick a field goal. I don't know that I wouldn't try, though. You got the best kicker in the district.
That's an awful long poke, though, against the wind. And the one thing you don't want to do is get a field goal block for a possible scoop and score. That's the one thing that might be able to turn this around. Soak up the quarterback. Token play fake, throws it over the middle. Maybe that's what you do on 4th down. You know what you do? You throw a touchdown pass to Emmett Grimes.
Wow.
That was a strike.
24-yard touchdown catch.
Wow. All I can say is wow.
See if we can make this extra point.
Josh Hill.
Great route by Griman, by the way, and Daniel Sokup just threw a dart right in his chest.
Perfect throw. Here's Gill on for the PAT. Good hold by Daniel Sokup. It's on its way and it's good. And now this one really getting broken open as Davenport leads it 55-21. We'll take this opportunity for a short break. Back in just a moment here on the Wolves Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Backup kickers now.
Back at Davenport for the final 11 minutes of this game. And I always love it when a young athlete answers a challenge. You know, we were asking, what are you going to do on 4th and 14? Well, of course, you're going to throw a touchdown pass.
Miles Mendez in for the kickoff, the backup kicker. That caught the wind.
Yeah, and it's going to sail out of bounds.
It went straight west. Came towards us.
This wind has really picked up here in the second half. And it was surprisingly relatively calm to start the game when you consider what a windy afternoon we had.
Yeah, it was about 12-14 before the game, got into the 15-20 for a while, then went down to 8 through the second and third quarter. And
all that and a degree in meteorology too. That's amazing, Tony. That's wonderful.
And right now, my phone's telling me it's 9 miles an hour, but this is closer to 19 than it is to 9.
No, I'm with you.
This has really picked up. Every flag out here is almost straight out.
Badgers start this drive from their 30. And we got a gadget play, a reverse, followed by a pass. Ball hung up in the air.
Oh, my.
But guess what? This is going to be a touchdown. That was a wonderful job of securing that football between two defenders, and Adam Rasco takes it to the house.
Carter Johnson with the pass, number 4, Nate Rasco. Good for 8. 75-yard touchdown, Badgers.
It was Severall and somebody else both went up for it with him, and they didn't get it, and he did.
Richardson off for the extra point.
Line of scrimmage was the 30, so that's a 70-yard touchdown pass.
And a one-play drive.
Landon Richardson on for the PAT, and he puts it through. And so there's still a spark of life left for Lampasas as they get that big play, and really a very, very perceptive catch there, because the receiver, Aiden Rasco, went up between those two defenders, and he was able to track the football, and once he came down with it, there was no question that he had nothing but green artificial turf on his way to the goal line.
Well, yeah, the two defenders ran into one another, which was funny in some ways, but not because he scored a touchdown. They just, both of them went for it and ran into each other.
So we had a double reverse pass.
Yes.
A gadget play that results in a 70-yard touchdown.
And that was Carter Johnson who threw it.
Walmart.
So,
Chick-fil-A, max altitude.
will he be able to, will their kicker be able to get it through the end zone? That's the question.
Also, interlink.
We'll know the answer shortly.
Landon Richardson. He's a junior, so they'll have him next year.
He's a good kicker. He went into this game 20 for 20 on PATs and 4 for 6 on field goals with a long of 36.
Yeah, so 20 for 20. I don't know if you can always believe what's on the computer.
Hey, the computer said it, I believe it, and that's the end of it.
Well, there's a nice high arching kick.
Yeah, pretty good kick.
Fielded at the goal line.
And returned straight up the middle. Takes a lick at about the 20. And yeah, we got stuff flying around here. We got some paperwork here that's about to get airborne.
Well, we have got to start hanging on to stuff. That's obvious because this wind is getting stronger than ever. And a lot of the fans have seen the score and said sayonara, because this section right here in front of us was completely full for the first half at least. Students are still here. Middle school students are still in the end zone.
I like that. Cultivate those middle school students. That's great. Get them excited about this.
We've got a play clock on the roll and an offensive lineman is missing.
Play clock at 10.
That's a backup and he's in.
Line of scrimmage.
And J.D. Zimmerhansel, who by the way is in his 3rd season, now 14-6, that's pretty good, and says we're not going to take a penalty here because we don't have a backup center on the field. And the funny thing is the right tackle, Carter Trainer, went after him. That's accountability there.
You know it. All good teams have it. You mentioned J.D. Zimmerhansel. What a job he has done. Now, this is a plum job because you know this is going to be a good program, but he's done all the right things with it. And when you deal with everybody in their athletic department, in the football office, everybody from every facet of the organization, they're so pleasant to work with and so really excited about what they're doing and what they're doing for this community and for these students. It's really uplifting to watch.
It is first class around here.
Running play on 1st down, and yeah, we're seeing some new faces in the ball game at the stage.
Latrell Ross on the carry.
Latrell Ross, a senior, backup running back. Not even on the depth chart.
True story. But he makes his mark there with a gain of almost 4. On 2nd down, the Wolves send 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Soak up the quarterback. Gives it off on 2nd down. Ball carrier brought rudely to the turf.
That time what they did is they figured it would be a run, so they blitzed everybody in a gap. So there wasn't a gap available, and sometimes there were 2 guys in the gap, and the one that Latrell ran into had 2 guys meeting him.
3rd and a full 10. Balanced formation. 9.5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 4.
Even in the last drive, they were blitzing Daniel soak up the quarterback so that he didn't have a whole lot of time most of the time, but still managed to get a touchdown pass off.
Play clock at 4. They get it away. Ball thrown near side, high arching throw. Nice competition between receiver and defensive back, number 1 against number 1. The number 1 for Lampasas, that was a nice job by the cornerback, Riker Marua.
Broken up by 46 on kick. Makes it 4th and long, Davenport.
Yeah, I think Daniel against this wind didn't really mean to, but he just threw it up. And it just happened because of the wind, I think.
It's a big factor at this point. A rare punt by Davenport to get this one away. And given the conditions, this could be a pretty effective punt. as it's going to roll inside the 45 and be killed at about the 42-yard line with exactly 9 minutes remaining in the ballgame.
That was a 39-yard punt into this wind, helped by about a 15-yard roll.
That was a good one.
And it was almost blocked.
Pretty heavy pressure on that one. So this is a Wolves offense that entered the game averaging 42 points a game. They're going to up that average because right now they're at 55. And we're still relatively early in the fourth quarter.
Clock needs to roll for sure.
I don't think there are too many people in the stadium that would object to that idea.
I think these officials just need to let it roll. Unless, of course, they score a touchdown on the first play again.
They've been known to do that. Flores on the throw, crossing route on the diagonal, and he can't make connections with his intended receiver, Owen Stubbs.
Summerall, man-to-man coverage. They let Johnson cross from one defender to another, so partial zone, but Summerall was on him man-to-man and made a great, a difficult pass to be completed, and it wasn't.
Second down following the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the Badger 42. Lampasas went into this game with a district record of 2-0. Flores on the carry does a nice job of picking his way and has the first down into Wolves territory at the 44-yard line.
Nice quarterback draw, a called play. Figured everybody would be falling back in coverage, and the rushers, he would get between two of them, and very effective. They're still playing to win, I can guarantee you that.
Play fake. Flores cranks it up, throws it to the far side. Is that receiver open or what? And look at the hurdle move. Ethan Moreno puts on a show here. First of all, getting so open, then making that reception, and then acting like Edwin Moses, the intermediate hurdler. What a play. That's first and goal at the 9-yard line.
Unbelievable that he was that open. And again, we're doing a lot of zoning out there. So they're just finding the guys at the right time, and Marino's an elite receiver anyway.
From the 9. Throw into the end zone, open receiver, touchdown.
That was way too simple.
21, Ethan Moreno. Good for a 9-yard
And
touchdown.
this really speaks well for the Badgers. I mean, they've been effectively out of this game since pretty early in the second half, but they continue to execute. They're still making big plays here, and they still have a lot to play for. They entered this game with an overall record of 5-2, but I mentioned they were 2-0 in district play. It's almost certain they're going to drop to 2-1, but they still have a lot of football ahead of them and a lot to play for. Two-point conversion attempt upcoming. Pass falls incomplete. But still a nice job and a fighting job by these Lampasas Badgers. So our score with 7:47 remaining in the fourth quarter is 55-34, and we'll keep it right here.
Tell me, Coach, what's the difference? Why is if you kick the extra point, you're down 20. If you get 2, you're down 19. How is 19 better than 20?
Numerically, it probably isn't. This, frankly, is a statement that you're making to your team and honestly to your fans as well. Because if you don't go for 2 there down by this margin, everybody's screaming, why didn't you go for 2? Math notwithstanding.
Yeah, but you're still 3 scores down no matter what.
Oh, you're mathematically correct.
And 20 is better. 20 is better than 21 because you kick an extra point. Now you've got to score 3 touchdowns and kick 3 extra points just to tie. You know what I'm saying? I don't fully understand that. I think kicking the extra point is a better strategic move if you're going to try to catch up in the game.
Numerically, you're right, but I will tell you that was an emotionally driven decision. And sometimes, if you look at the scoreboard here, what you're really trying to do is reinforce your team for next week. And again, there's an emotional response. Down by that much, if you don't go for 2, math be darned, you're going to hear about it.
the all-hands team.
Well, they're going to get a chance to do their thing.
Oh,
there's
my gosh.
the onside attempt. It's rolling around free at about the 35-yard line. Big pile up and scramble for the football. But it looks like the Wolves came up with it.
I frankly don't know how they got it back.
I don't either.
Because that ball was loose enough, and it seemed to me Lampasas was closer for most of those 2 seconds.
They had opportunities.
By the badges recovered by 19. Tyler Payne.
So Payne is the one who got it. Isn't that funny?
35-yard line.
Can we say run some clock here?
We could say it at the top of our lungs. That would be okay too.
Seemed to me about 20 minutes ago there was 9 minutes on the clock, and now it says 7:38.
Wolves ball on the 40-yard line. Correction. First and 10.
In a 55-34 ball game.
Let's get that clock running and keep it running.
Soak up the quarterback in relief of the starter, Tristan Hamlin. That's a nice little move there, wasn't it?
Yep.
Look at the limp leg there by David Miller.
For David Miller. Tackled by 33.
Nice 12-yard run.
That results in a first down Davenport.
Line of scrimmage, the Badger 47. Running play, coming far side.
Golden is back in the game.
He is back in the game, and he gets the ball down to the 45-yard line.
Golden on a carry. Tackled by 9. Retro. After the play, flag.
They're going to have a play on the defense. I think they tried roughing him up on the tackle, and I'm not sure if they grabbed the face mask or what. He was visibly unhappy.
Here's the call from Eric Smith.
Yeah, they're going to call unsportsmanlike on Chaston, but I can tell you what happened in college when running backs carried the ball too many times, what they did at the bottom of the pile, but it's really something you don't want to say out loud. And my guess is that's probably something that what happened to him there, because when they start grabbing you down at the bottom of that pile, that's not fun at all.
You're going to react. Penalty moves the ball back to the Wolves' 40-yard line.
So the only advantage you have now is, and the clock is running, is to keep that clock moving. So I'd keep running the ball.
Pretty good bet that that's what they'll attempt to do.
Play clock's running down.
They get it off, well, or did they not get it off?
JD wasn't going to wait to see if they did.
They called a timeout with 1 second.
I don't think he was very
left
happy
the
that the offensive unit wasn't ready to go.
You know, and that's the thing. You got to keep coaching. You really do. I mean, you're up 55-34, but you don't want to get sloppy because you don't want that to be your last memory of this game.
He's mad, too, at the umpire, because I don't think they reset the play clock after the penalty, or they started it way too early. Because the clock was 6:55 when he started it, so that's 18 seconds ago, and yet the play clock ran down, was at 2. So the 2 clocks didn't manage there, and JD wasn't very happy with the officials, and he let them know it.
Well, like I said, he's still coaching.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think the issue was failure to properly reset the play clock. Line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line. Running play coming near side.
There is a flag.
We do have a flag. right between the hash marks.
I think they should decline it and then make a punt.
Would you say this is 4th and long?
Yeah.
The line of scrimmage is the Wolves 33. They would have to get down to the Badgers 37-yard line to get a first down.
It's only 4th and 30. See that all the time, don't you?
Very common, very common.
I think they're going to come after this. What do you think?
Sure looks that way. And here they come. But the punt is away. And it's muffed at the 45-yard line.
I think we interfered with the receiver, though, so I don't think we'll get the ball.
There is a flag. What'd you think, Tony? That looked pretty close to me.
Well, he's supposed to have a 2-yard buffer, and I think we didn't do that. Yep. So at the 46, what? 15 or 10? What is it? I think he went about 26 yards, honestly.
On the Wolves, 15-yard penalty.
No, that's 15.
First and 10 Badgers on the Wolves 39-yard line.
So they've got good field position with just under 6 to go.
From the Wolves 39. Flores under pressure as to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of almost 7 yards on the sack.
Flores brought down for a loss by 54. Grant Weiss and attack the Wolves. Makes it 2nd and long.
He had 2 guys about 40 yards down the field, but not enough time to throw it to him.
A little bit of a coverage sack, but still a great effort by the defensive lineman, Grant Weiss.
Second time, well, the last sack he had, they didn't count because they said the runner didn't hit the ground, even though we both saw him hit the ground.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, we did. 2nd and about 17. Flores with time to throw, far side. And can't quite make connections with his intended receiver, Aiden Rasco.
Not a bad pass. He had to put it up high probably to keep it safe. And the defender had a hand in there to knock it away.
Clock stops following the incompletion with 5:13 left. Now 3rd and 17. Flores comes to the near side. The ball is loose. It hits the turf, and it's going to be Davenport football. Look at this.
Livingston with that club on his right hand because he broke his thumb or something like that. First game back, and he gets a pick.
I wish we had a replay on that because that was really astounding reflexes. I mean, it truly was. And we're seeing lots of evidence of why Zahir Livingston was the Texas Football Magazine preseason defensive most valuable player in this district.
Do you think their defense thinks we're going to run? just a thought.
Yeah, they may have a clue about that, yeah.
Because they are selling everybody but man-to-man on the receivers. Thank goodness there's 4 receivers out there, because that means they can only put 7 in the box.
Cooper Miller in the game. Slot receiver.
I bet we throw it on 2nd and 11. Well,
shovel pitch.
Shovel pitch.
Boy, and the ball carrier takes a big lick, but he's also dealt out some big licks tonight, talking about
that's not, that's the backup. That's Ross, Latrell Ross.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've seen him on a couple of carries.
Yeah. I think they decided when Golden got misused earlier that they weren't going to put him back out there. I think it's a good call.
Third and 9. And this will result in a sack back at the 44-yard line as the clock continues to run with, now it's stopped briefly, with 3:28 showing.
I bet they called a timeout. Well, the backup quarterback, Daniel Sokup, all sophomore that he is finding out what high school football is all about.
He's been roughed up a little bit,
I
for
think
sure.
Coach Zim is asking him who he saw that could have been open, because he probably wants to know why he didn't throw it away. But in essence, unless you get the first down, they're going to call a timeout anyway, probably. Now you got a chance to pin him down there, because Gill has been able to at least get the ball 30 yards up the field, and that would put you somewhere inside the 10-yard line right now.
Yeah, here in this fourth down situation.
Because the wind is not getting any lighter.
Well, I would say that these Davenport fans have gotten really good, really quick at this Friday night football thing. This is a very festive atmosphere here.
It is. Band's rocking the students right now. So Gill gets to punt again. He's done that a couple times here in the second half.
Gets it away.
Pretty good kick and a great bounce.
Kick. If they kill it inside the 5, down at the 2-yard line.
Great job.
Masterfully executed.
Down to the 2-yard line, where the Badgers take over first and 10.
That's a 41-yard punt into this wind.
Very nice job, and a good job of punt protection there as well.
Yes.
All right, so we got 3:17 left, and the outcome apparently determined. So on the year, Davenport is going to get to 7-1. They'll be 2-1 in district play. And overall on the season, Lampasas will fall to 5-3, but they'll be 2-1 in district play.
And tonight, Canyon Lake is at Burnett.
Deep ball overshoots everybody. The intended receiver was Carter Johnson.
C.J. Tanner was as close to it as anybody, along with Singletary in coverage. Johnson, the intended receiver, never had a chance.
You know, sometimes as counterintuitive as it sounds, sometimes the most effective thing you could do, there is a roughing the passer penalty. Sometimes the best thing you could do, bottle up at your 2-yard line, is chuck it deep.
Yeah. So 15 free yards.
Well, true. Out at the 17-yard line. Flores throws over the middle and overthrows a little bit his intended receiver, Moreno.
So what's really been interesting is Ethan Moreno had a touchdown to give them 34, which was what, 6 minutes ago on clock time, 30 minutes ago in real time?
Pretty much.
And he really hasn't, that was his only catch, I think, of the second half. Well, one of only a couple of catches in the second half. And he's their best player.
And there's evidence of it. This time he takes a slant, and for the second time tonight, he hurdles a defender. And all I'm going to say about that is if you're going to do that, you better clear the hurdle.
Yes, you better.
First down, Badgers.
22 yards on the pass play. Wow. He is something else.
Would I be going out on a limb if I said that's a college football player?
I don't think so.
Out and up route, and they throw it, and a little congestion.
Oh, they're going to call interference on him. And I think it's an uncatchable ball.
I do too.
I think he's going to.
You had two receivers kind of wrapped up around each other there in Rasco and Moreno.
Well, Singletary got in front of Moreno and had a better chance at the ball, even though it was overthrown. But Moreno just shoved him down so he couldn't catch it, and I think they might stay with it. I think there was enough there that somebody could have caught that ball, and he shoved him clearly in the back so that he couldn't go get it. We'll be seeing. They're going to ask. Two of them are talking to Eric Smith right now.
They wave it off. No foul.
Coach Zimmerhansel wants to know why it's being waved off. He's going down to the gentleman who threw the flag. So just incomplete.
Flores on the middle tunnel screen. And that's Rasco on the reception. Good job of play recognition by the Wolves defense.
Third and long.
You know what the best part about that play? The clock keeps moving.
Continues to move.
A completed pass is so fun compared to an incomplete pass.
Yeah, there are just all kinds of ways to stop the clock in high school and college football.
Yes, there is.
3rd and 8. Here's Flores, gets it off in the left flat. Once again, that's Rasco on the reception.
That'll be a first down pass and catch.
And that'll stop the clock briefly while they reset the chains. Now moving again with 1:30 showing. Flores with time, but not
time
forever. Not forever.
It's intentional grounding.
Yeah, it would be. The ball comes out of his hand, and he was not outside the tackle box, and the ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's hurt too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Really hate to see that at any time, but especially at this stage of the ball game.
The thing I have to compliment him, that's the competitiveness of him, because he could have just gone down.
True.
It really doesn't matter. You're down 21. It's not like you're coming back. But he tried to be competitive, and that maybe cost him an injury.
He's a good leader. Yeah, and he's limping very noticeably on his way to the far sideline. So Lampasas plays at Marble Falls a week from tonight, then closes out the regular season on November 4th at home against Canyon Lake. And as I said, still lots to play for the Badgers.
Well, no doubt. Canyon Lake will be 3-0. Both Lampasas and Davenport will be 2-1. Davenport has Burnett next, and they're near the bottom of the standings. And then they play at Marble Falls. Or I'm sorry, they're at Burnett, and then they play at home against Marble Falls. And Marble Falls right now, and yeah, well, there's 3 teams at the top of the standings, and there's 3 at the lower level of the standings. Going to be an interesting one. The race all the way down to the end, it'll be interesting to see which team can come up with 2 more wins.
It's just amazing to me there are only 2 weeks remaining in the regular season.
Isn't
it has flown by.
Isn't it crazy?
Flores on the throw, and this one is undercut, and a really nice play made there by Darian Brown.
3, Jerome falls incomplete. 3rd down.
Just crazy how close it was through the first half.
Oh, this was a very competitive game.
Davenport seemed to create a little bit of a cushion going into halftime, but I'm telling you what, this is a good Lampasas team that needs a little bit of help on defense and maybe one more playmaker on offense, but they've got playmakers.
They do.
Nice
we're
run.
talking about Flores being a gamer.
Yeah.
He showed it there.
Yeah.
He showed it there.
Rush for 15 yards. 1st down Badgers.
Under 40 seconds to go. They're still trying. How about a 4 group down here on the near side? And the screen goes incomplete.
And stops the clock with 33 seconds left.
Don't want to do that very often. Well, I'm very proud of Bill Taylor because he predicted these wins would really grow stronger as the evening went along, and he was right.
Yeah, but you know what? I was all smiles when he said that it was going to be about 70 degrees because earlier in the week I had maybe some apprehension about that.
How cool it would be up here?
Yeah.
It's cool, but not cold.
No, it's not.
He's going to run again.
Oh, and takes a pretty good hit, too, at the 38-yard line.
Judge Erickson.
Tripped up by 54.
Oh, they're not going to call a time. They called another timeout.
Timeout.
For 3rd and 7, they need a timeout.
Their final timeout of the half.
Be interesting what kind of play call they'll come up with on 3rd and 7. Play clock at 22 seconds, which means unless it's an incomplete pass, this might be the final play of the game.
Could very well be. Got a very happy home crowd here at Davenport. And they have plenty to be happy about and optimistic about and a lot to look forward to. That is a good football team.
Coach Zimmerhansel has got a great staff, built this one because you were a new school, in essence, in the neighborhood of Comal. So you're over here by where Smithson Valley kind of is. You get some Smithson Valley kids. You might have got some Canyon Lake kids. I don't know. You might have got some Canyon kids. I don't know. But you got them from all the districts, and now you got a pretty good program. Little up and out route.
Flores just chucks it. You call the route correctly. Ball just overthrown. That stops the clock with 14 seconds showing.
Flores pass intended for 6. Owen Stubbs. Incomplete.
So I told you the clock wouldn't stop unless it was an incomplete pass, and that's what we got. So 4th down now.
And there it was.
So if he throws incomplete, then the Wolves can take a knee, I guess. As long as if he just gets even a complete pass and doesn't get a touchdown, then the clock will continue to run after the 1st down marker moves.
Give me your quick assessment of this Davenport team and where they stand in the great scheme right now.
I don't. The hardest thing I have is I don't know the 4A level around here. I know Lockhart was a good program, but they're, you beat them, so I don't know who else around here is a danger to them, but they've got a chance to win a playoff game or 2 and maybe more. They've got a lot of really good ingredients, a solid quarterback who's got solid receivers, and they run the ball really well. Their defense doesn't stop the people, your opponent enough, but they get key stops. So I think defensively they need to improve, and then that makes them a really good team.
Tony, I have so much enjoyed working with you as we reach the end of this ball game. The clock hits 0. Our final score, Davenport 55, Lampasas 34. So both of these teams are now 2-1 in district play. So we're going to beat a hasty exit. Tony, thank you so much.
Good to work with you,
really
Paul.
Really enjoyed this, and I hope we get a chance to do it again. So
yes, sir.
For my partner, Tony Brubaker, and our team here at WIC Productions, my name is Paul Alexander, wishing you good night from Davenport.
Pick up your trash.